What up, people of the world? Special Caesar here, coming at you with more sweet video game action. Welcome back to Dark Deity, where it seems we have met our end. Oh, you can attack him. Oh, I didn't realize you could attack him. We're supposed to be defeating Akmenos.
Strength is the only path to peace.
We're supposed to be defeating Akmenos, but we're just being absolutely eradicated by people. I wonder if he can't seem to attack me, so I wonder if I just put Irving in, it would just be a fight between him and him. That might be how you do this map. Because I can't think of another way that you're supposed to do this. Like, literally, I can't. I have no idea how you're supposed to succeed in this map.
With every shot, progress.
I better get paid.
Look at how many enemies are coming up to fight us. We're going to get swarmed and destroyed.
Legends never die.
Horrific burns. Oh, you I forgot she couldn't take another hit.
I have fought to the end.
Yeah, I think the way to do this is to just have same again, just have one unit, and there's another map where you just have one unit.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, because he doesn't attack you back. So if we just had Irving, Irving would be safe from all his minions, and we just stand there attacking him over and over again. That better not be the way you're supposed to do this map. This is so obnoxious.
Here.
Can't even hit these fuckers.
Let's get going.
Literally cannot even hit these annoying little cunts.
Awaiting orders.
He won't survive if he goes there. So don't do that. I swear, if you just have to solo it with Irving so that these guys don't attack you, I'm going to delete this game. That's the only way I can think you're supposed to be able to do this, because they just outnumber you so much.
Too easy!
And so many of your units are just so squishy. Alan's going to die eventually, just out of sheer numbers. He can't take on the entire army by himself. Like, look how many of them there are. There's just a queue of them.
Be honored that I'll kill you myself. How dare you? I don't understand.
Lost a finger.
And here I thought I'd seen it all.
Huh?
Easily done.
Can't even fucking hit these.
At least you'll die on your feet. My course is steady.
This guy's one of the most powerful units we have, and you can barely deal with them.
Easily done.
Let's do it.
You literally can't use half the units because they're too squishy. They'll just die in one hit, so you can't actually use them. They have to stay out of range. And to keep them out of range, you have to keep them out of combat. So this is really disappointing. I was really enjoying this game, and now I'm not so much. It's not because we're losing, it's because you can't use half the units.
I've got a lot to learn.
It's because most of the units are just really shit. Oh, no damage. Oh, I thought it was 21 damage. I read the critical. Like, how are you meant to defeat this wave of units? Look at them. When they all reach us, we're just going to get overwhelmed and annihilated. In fact, I'm going to quit now. I'm not even going to bother doing this. I'm not going to bother fighting it out. It's just going to be a waste of an hour of us just sitting here being demolished, and then we lose the battle. I'm going to load it and try putting just Irving in and see if it's one of those battles. Like the last 3 battles that we've had, where you just need 1 unit to do it.
Yeah, not too shabby.
I'm just going to quit. Let's try it with just Irving in there. See if it works, because I have no idea how you're supposed to do that battle. Load game, arrogance. Get rid of everyone except for Irving, and then just have Irving in there.
You won't feel a thing. Strength is the only path to peace.
Now, if he attacks Irving, we're screwed, and I can't see how he's supposed to do this map. He doesn't have Irving. He's only doing 1 damage to me.
Father, give me strength!
So that's how you're supposed to beat this map. You're not supposed to include anyone else. Why the fuck are they even bothered putting other characters in this game? You can use about 4 characters and the rest of them are shit. That's both really disappointing and incredibly boring. So I'm going to have to sit here for the next hour and a half just doing this, just letting Irving attack. It's the only way to get past this mission without everyone dying. Because everyone would have died by the time, if this lot had reached them, everyone would have died. Well, I don't know what the hell the developers were thinking, but they've taken the game in a very peculiar direction. I really dislike it. I was really enjoying this game. And you get to the late levels and all your characters are shit. None of them do enough damage, none of them have enough defense, and there are too many enemies to actually put them into the fight without them just being surrounded and slaughtered. So that's an incredibly disappointing turn of events. Thank you, developers, for your stupid decision. Champion, the apex of power. Champions able to strike hard when they are unable to double attack. Strike so hard that they are unable to double attack. Oh. Heroic might cannot double. True speed adds to power. Push range +1. Berserker, ruthless fighters with the ability to funnel rage into pain. Rage and pain into power, sorry. Power increases by up to 75% as health lowers. Chance to attack again increased by percentage of enemies missing health. Sentinel. Towering warriors who arrive on the battlefield inspires allies to seize victory. Adjacent allies gain 20% of units defense. Adjacent allies gain plus 10% power. I quite like that. Plus he just has massive amounts of defense. While unpredictable in their mannerisms, dragons and the brave souls who ride them can easily turn the tide of battle. Can use both fire magic and spears. Magic is equal to strength +5. Let's go with Sentinel. I like Sentinels. I like the idea of him having enough defense that he can actually go into battle without dying. This is going to be a very long and boring fight, guys. I'd go find something else to do if I were you. Or maybe just skip to the next episode, because it's literally just going to be an hour of this. And there's no way to go around it, to get around it. I'm really disappointed with what the developers decided to do here. This is really stupid. Oh, let's have an impossible map where there's just too many enemies to deal with and you just die no matter what, except you only have one person. You only play with one character and you get through it no problem, just like the last 3 maps. How obnoxious. What a shit, stupid level. Who came up with this as an idea was fucking fool. Really disappointed in this, guys. Really disappointed.
Whatever it takes.
To solo him with one character. Don't even bother with the rest of the characters in the game. Don't know why we put them in. Most of them are fucking shit. Well, Irving is going to get an absolute ton of levels.
Strength is the only path to peace.
He's going to go up like 5 or 6 levels just from attacking this boss. What a stupid design. What I can't get over it. I might just quit playing, to be honest. Like, this is such a shitly designed map. A shit idea, stupidly executed on a piss poor map. Doesn't it say he's invincible or something until you kill his minions? Akmenos has isolated Irving. Defeat his minions will weaken him. Oh, defeating his minions will weaken him.
I will.
Or I could just have only one person on the map and just solo him. That seems like the more intelligent, reasonable way of doing things, considering your army will get slaughtered by the number of undead that are out there. Good work, developers. Well played. Very good. I'm very impressed with your decision on this level. Fucking idiots. Yet another map where you only deploy one person. I can't get over that. We've had 3 maps now where you deploy one person to do the fight, because the fight's so ridiculously slated in the enemy's favour, slanted in the enemy's favour, that there's no way you'd be able to do it without your entire army being overwhelmed and crushed. Making half the units utterly useless in this game. There's not as much diversity as I thought either. I thought if you took one route with the level ups, you'd only be able to.
I will.
Look at their. I don't think you can get it up. I don't think you can bring it up until they've promoted. But if you look at the skill tree, it looks like you choose one path, and that one path divulges into 2 paths later on, and you can choose all of them. But it doesn't actually work like that. You can choose any of the 4, and then you can choose any of the 4 again. And it's just means there's not that much diversity in characters in the end anyway.
You've made your death a necessity!
When half the characters are this fucking shit and utterly useless anyway, it really doesn't matter.
Strength is the only path to peace.
Strength is the only path to peace. Whichever dickhead comes up with this level should be fired.
You've made your death a necessity!
We're gonna be here all fucking day just getting past this level. That's a shame. It was a good game up until about now. I was going to recommend this game. I was having a lot of fun with it. But now that it's gotten to this point, where you're just using one unit to solo an entire level because most of the rest of the other units are fucking garbage. You only given 4 units that have a chance of standing against most of these soldiers, and they're just completely overwhelmed by these numbers. So what the fuck's the point in even deploying them? Let's just deploy one person for the next 5. For the rest of the game, let's just deploy one person. Fuck it.
Father, give me strength! I will. Strength is the only path to peace.
In fact, guys, this is so boring and depressing and irritating. I'm just going to stop recording here. I'm going to do the rest of the fight off screen, and then as we come to the end of it, I'll start recording again just to save time. Because there's no point in just sitting here watching this. This is so fucking tedious. I'm bored out of my mind, let alone you guys. So I'm just going to end the recording here, and I'll start recording right at the end when we're about to defeat the boss. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Ciao. Well, I'll do it on our turn. We're halfway there, guys. Woo! How exhilarating. Okay, so I'll cut the episode here, and I'll edit it in so that we just start later on. See you in a bit, guys. Alright, guys, welcome back to Dark Deity. I finally finished this incredibly shit, tedious mission. We've got to the point where he's basically only got 82 health left, so all we have to do is attack him one more time, and yeah, that should be game. Let's find out.
You've made your death a necessity!
You've made your death a necessity! So it occurs to me, if for some reason during your playthrough
Strength is the only path to
Irving,
peace.
you haven't leveled him up and he isn't very powerful here, you wouldn't be able to complete this stage.
I won't rejoice in destruction.
It's another fucking stage where you're only meant to use 1 unit as far as I can tell. I've got no idea how else you're supposed to complete that without your army being utterly overwhelmed and destroyed. Irving, you misjudged what my friends and I am. And my friends? No, you did it all by yourself, Irving. You misjudged what my friends and I are capable of. That's the last mistake you'll get to make. Never misjudge, Irving. Keep that in mind. My greater purpose is beyond your comprehension. You don't live as long as I have without contingency plans. You have great power in you. You may see me as an atrocity, but I know honor such as you could never see. Still, I feel lucky to have made your acquaintance. These are historic times. No, Ekmenos, I don't see you as atrocity. I simply a man corrupted by fire, just like the rest. A pity too, there is much wisdom in your speech, yet your arrogance is your downfall after all. Perhaps it is, but not today. What, did he just... Wait, don't touch him, not without his glove, or you'll share his fate. I should have seen this coming. I can handle the staff, Irving. I think I know what we're dealing with. So much for seeing the last of him. Let's go find your mother, Irving. We're safe for now. So obviously that's not the last level. That was just a taster of what the last level is going to be like, which is fucking shit. That was a garbage mission. Whoever came up with that needs to be fired. What a fucking idiot. Oh, let's have a mission where all of the units get completely overwhelmed unless you don't use them at all. Fuck it, what's the point in having any units in the game? Let's just have one soldier. Irving can solo the entire game. Yeah, that's a good idea. I know it's not exactly the life you're used to, but you'll be safe here. I like it. It seems you and your friends have really made home of this place. Well, it's taken some time, but I guess you're right, though. I do hope to see home again. And not in ashes either, like it used to be. Nothing is ever exactly as it once was. I learned that the moment your father received his first assignment. I saw him, you know, when we travelled to Verra. When I'd heard you'd fled, I thought you might seek him out. It was a strange thing, meeting him for the first time under these circumstances.
I know.
Of course, that's not a moment most children ever prepare for. How was he? Well enough, I suppose, but the state of the world seems to weigh on him a great deal. He asked after you. I'm sure he did. What did you tell him? The truth, that I hadn't seen you in a while, but last I had you were fine, safe. I never would have guessed.
Still.
Mother, I was so worried. I was afraid that you had, that they...
It's all right.
Shh, that's all right. No need to dwell on dark thoughts that have not come to pass. You're right. I'm safe here, and I don't expect to be travelling abroad anytime soon. I'm glad of it. It's you I'm worried about. Much rest on your shoulders now, son. Not mine alone, and it's clearer now than ever that our course is just. There are more who believe that with each passing day, and each of them have placed their faith in us. I just hope we don't fail them. You won't, I'm sure of it, though I will confess as your mother I'm obliged to say these kinds of things. Only you can make them true. I know. Chapter 21, the advance begins. Irving should have expected to find you all up. Can't sleep? There's plenty to keep the mind busy, I'm sure you know well enough. Ilias, any luck with that necromancer? Not yet. The astral space in these anchors is immense and none too pleasant. I've encountered a few souls so far, but nothing resembling Akmenos. Good gods, man, you look terrible. Are you feeling alright? I'm fine, just tired as all, though I must admit some of these souls, they're so disfigured.
Charming.
Akmenos must have tortured them for years, and it seems he was fairly imaginative in his methods. It's hard to imagine the people they once were. Then don't try to. That could be just what he wants, to slow you down and discourage you. Listen, you've accomplished a great deal today. Why don't you get some rest?
Perhaps.
I think that might be wise. Don't lose heart, Elias. Your efforts will bear fruit soon enough.
A moment, please.
A moment, please. Speaking of which, we made some headway on the history of the object. The documents provided by the Mystic Council have been instrumental. What did you discover? Its creation appears to date back before the Calamity. In those days there were many attempts to artificially manufacture aspects. The appropriate materials, or so they thought, were gathered, crystals of varying quantities from the depths of the void moors. Then they were often infused into objects and then flooded with exorbitant amounts of arcane energy. In this case, the stones appear to have embedded into the branch of an ancient tree, though the species I'm unable to recognize. Of course, there are no indications that any of those efforts actually succeeded in creating aspects. Instead, many seem to have produced soul anchors, not unlike the stone which guided us to Koali Sumash. So the staff functions as a sort of multi-roomed prison?
Sure.
Of souls, yes. And one that has survived millennia at that, without the typical sense of deterioration. From the looks of the glove Akmenos wore to wield it, touch alone appears sufficient to transfer a soul into one of its anchors. Truly terrifying, perhaps it's best to destroy it. I wouldn't advise that, not just yet. There's still much we could learn from it, and I've only just begun to explore the records and known artifacts from before the Calamity.
Pace yourself.
If you say so, but it's evident we should approach this business about the staff with caution. I fear it may yet play some role in Akmenos' plot.
Certainly.
I concur. We will tread lightly. I won't let it out of our sight, I assure you. Good. Now, if there's nothing else to report, I'll take my leave. Sleep well. We'll see you on the council in the morning. See you at the council. Well, that was an incredibly disappointing level. Maybe the next one will be better. I've decided we're not going to use What's-Her-Face. Monroe is going to take... We're not going to use this useless cow who just dies. 2 jars of milk is not going to increase her defense to a point where she's actually useful. So Monroe's going to get the jars of milk. Now he's going to get his defense nice and high. Ren still needs to eat his raw eggs. But we've got 5k, so Monroe is going to buy another jar of milk to get his defense up even higher. We can't upgrade anyone, can we? Irving needs a tier 2, tier 2. Anyone need tier 1s? Anyone that I'm using at all? I shouldn't have wasted them on Fast. I should have used them on Liberty, actually, shouldn't I? That was really stupid. Oh well, whatever. I don't really care. Most of the units are so shit, we're not going to be using them in the future anyway. What? Lincoln, I'll take this as a chance to thank you while I can. You fought valiantly and arrogance, as if Esmir was your own mother. I won't forget that. No, he didn't. No one fought. You did, because the map was so piss poorly designed. It was so shit that you were just completely overwhelmed from the start, and your units would have all died. She might well have been. She gave me 2 brothers to fight by my side. It's a great personal comfort to know she's safe.
Still. How is this fair?
Indeed.
Huh. Yes.
Take heart.
Uh-huh.
Oh, pine cones!
Relax. Well...
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Works for me.
Yeah, this game definitely suffers from having way too many characters and not enough experience to go around. Like, most of these characters now are just significantly underleveled. Anyone who's lower than a 25 is just completely irrelevant to me now. And there's just so many characters, it's ridiculous how you're supposed to use even half of them. You can't even use the good ones for most of the fights. Let alone the shit ones that you haven't been leveling because there's too many characters to use. Definitely suffers from having way too many characters and not enough experience, just experiencing a later game. Which is not very good game design. What's the point in having all these characters if you can't use most of them? You just sit there reading their backstory and their irrelevant conversations between each other. Our troops can't subsist on their desire to overthrow the king. Irving, they need food. Red Hill is our best bet. I'm not so certain. Can we really expect to win the hearts of Delians by depriving them of food? That might be just the spark Varric needs to rally his people for a counterattack. That's absurd. Varric's the one starving his people by refusing to submit. If he were to surrender, we'd restore the supply lines the moment we got wind of it. Well, you know that, but the peasants don't know that. The people may not see it this way. Yeah, exactly. Surely an attack like this is not without risk. Nevertheless, it strikes me as a worthy risk to take. With any luck, our rebellion will be swift, and the people of Sojourn will need not wait long for liberation. Besides, if we don't act, the city might turn on Varric anyway. If we're not here to help, it'll be a bloodbath. Irene has suggested an insurrection may be imminent. If that's the case, Alexa's right. We best be there when it happens. We've seen what Varric's soldiers are capable of. Many make no distinction between enemies and non-combatants. If we don't protect the civilians, it's likely no one will. It's settled then. Link and muster our troops. We'll need all the help we can get. Gladly. The revolutionaries go toe-to-toe with Akmenos and defeat him, though he escapes into his staff at the last moment. Now the intellectuals of the group seek to understand the staff and its capabilities, while the others plan to continue the war effort. Having amassed enough community support and troops to take Red Hill, they set their sights on the town. While their troops secure the area, Irving will lead the party on a daring mission to crush Delian forces from the inside out. A newly constructed fortress constitutes the major crown authority in the town. If they capture it, they will take the town as well. So we've got to capture the fortress. Cool. I wonder if we'll be using just one unit again. I can't believe they managed to build this fortress so fast. How many troops are stationed here? If our information is correct, we should be able to handle them. We won't keep the advantage of surprise for long. We need to stop them from sending out reinforcements. Some of these soldiers have no love for Varric, I'm sure. If we can get them in a bad spot, they'll surrender.
Hold on.
We should take aim for their leader. I know the man they stationed here. He rules with an iron fist, and I guarantee you his soldiers hold no love for him. Right, why fight for the last cause if you don't believe in? Why fight to the last for a cause you don't believe in? Shut up, Arima, you're useless and shit. This is where the tide turns.
In position.
Let's take back our kingdom.
To arms!
To arms, friends. It's time to be the aggressors. Whoa, he looks cool. We've been called to the capital. But sir, the revolutionaries have just arrived. Varric knows this fortress will fall. He will not give it up freely, but he sees use for us at the capital. He barters with our lives. He's leaving Delian soldiers for dead.
No.
Bartering suggests an exchange of some kind. This seems more like a sacrifice to me, and to a god that doesn't want it at all. What? And to a god that doesn't want it at that.
Come.
Come, men, I fear we will lose our chance to leave if we stay any longer. Oh, so he's buggering off. Your shit, your shit, your shit, your shit, your shit. Okay, Caius is okay. We need another healer. Benji for shits and giggles. Oh, she's not bad. Everyone else is fucking shite. Like, utterly fucking useless shite. So I guess we're just going to use 4 units, 13 units, we're not going to use all of them. Whoa, this is a big fortress. But it's fine, the enemy's not just coming at us all at once, which means we can take them out piecemeal, which means we actually stand a chance. The commander of Red Hill's new fortress holds the king's forces together, ensure a swift victory. Who's the commander? Jericho, this guy. I think, I'm not really sure. I'm assuming going there gets you to there. Right, well guys, we're coming up to the hour now, so I am going to wrap things up here. I'm not going to start this mission yet. It seems like a good natural stopping point for me to stop. Here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, even though that was a very tedious battle. The last one, we're starting to get back into better battles now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out. And as always, Stay classy.